Snohomish County offers all of us many options. We have choices about housing, shopping, medical services, recreation, employment, and more. Quilceda Community Services believes all our citizens deserve the high quality of life that comes with having many choices available to them. We provide aging disabled adults with residential care services and specialized recreation in Marysville. We offer families choices that encourage and support a high quality of life, wellness, and healthy lifestyles, values shared and desired by all. We feel that county residents within each community need service options that meet the specialized needs of everyone, and we work diligently to provide them to the disabled persons we serve.
My name is Karen Harper, and I'm the president of the Board of Directors of Quilceda Community Services. And this is a nonprofit that's been around since 1976. Originally, it was started by parents of at that time, young DD persons who were living mostly at state institutions. And as they were exiting, they needed some place to live. So the Board of Directors created Quilceda House. And it was a very nice group home here in Marysville for 20-some years. And then they built a facility called Marysville Quilceda Meadows, and it's in Marysville also, and it is a 19-complex apartment complex for adults with disabilities. And Quilceda Community Services is one provider there. We also serve aging adults within the community at Hawthorne House, and hopefully down the road another house called Redwood House. It will be for adults who have probably most likely Down syndrome but are also going into dementia, and so it will be people with a dual diagnosis. We have a live-in situation in many of our houses, so it provides more continuity and structure for the clients. We tend to want quality. We're trying to promote wellness and health and fitness, and we want people to remain out of nursing homes as much as possible. So we give lots of opportunities for our staff. We have people who are very long-term and very loyal, and the live-in situation is working very well. Somebody comes and it's their permanent home, and then we have weekend people who come in, and then also day people during the week. So it's a real nice option for parents.
I'm Michael Enright. I am the residential manager for Quilceda Community Services. What the residential program focuses on is supported living, helping adults to live their lives in their community with the least restrictive supports as possible. We focus mostly on their goals, helping them to achieve lasting relationships with their friends, their family, their community, being involved as much as possible, but at the same time not impacting their lives into such a degree as we become the primary source of support for them. A lot of what they do is supported living. In a supported living environment is their daily living skills, working on their goals, getting in the community, attending activity programs, going out on field trips, activities. We try and help them plan as much as possible to keep them as active as possible to maintain just a healthy living situation for them. I would say a typical day for our clients varies greatly. Everybody's an individual and they have their own needs and they have their own goals that they work towards on a daily basis. Some of them work, some of them go bowling, some of them attend activity programs, some of them attend the Y for exercise. But I would say all of them have in common times in which they work on their daily living skills, such as getting up, getting dressed, preparing their meals, making healthy choices on their options to eat, and preparing for their day and working towards their own individual goals.
My name is Hillary Nettles. I'm the activities manager at Willow Place. So we serve a variety of people at Willow Place. We serve people who are Down syndrome, hearing impaired, deaf, blind. We also serve people who are autistic, people that are born with developmental disabilities. The age range we have is between 16 is our youngest and our oldest is about 65. Each session we have 3 different things that we do. The first session is we do fitness, and we gear that towards exercising, and we do a lot of aerobics, we do a lot of weightlifting, we do just with dumbbells, we do a lot of dancing type of exercises that gets them moving and motivated and encourage them to be healthy and live healthy lifestyles. Our first hour is geared towards that, and then our second hour we do arts and crafts. So a lot of the arts and crafts are geared more towards their level of capability of putting things together, painting certain things. And then the last hour that we have is a social hour, which is play games, bingo, we do puzzles, we build blocks, build certain different activities. We make things like silly putty and Play-Doh and build things that are just interactive and that's social with each other. And also on our other days, on Wednesday afternoons and Thursday mornings, we have a drumming circle. In our drumming circle, Eric is a professional drummer who comes in from the community, and he comes in and helps teach the clients how to drum with congas and bongos and maracas, and we have a lot of variety of different music that they listen to and that they get to play with.
We want to promote inclusion within the group. We want to lessen social isolation. We want to keep people in the community. And I think the difference is that we're small and that we want to remain small. We want to be real hands-on. We want to be individualized. We want to give clients to work around their needs. We want to give clients choices that are reasonable, not that are so inappropriate for them that they can't function.